Good evening, everyone. So, my name is Yonnis Rodriguez. This isn't my first time giving a speech, but I'm sure, like many of you guys, it's still a very awkward experience, no matter how many times you do it. Before I start, I should probably talk about this thing. This was something given by my friends. It's supposed to represent my personality and who I am as a person. I don't know why they chose a cat, but I guess it tells something about me. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, you should do one thing every day that scares you so that you grow into a better person. So I hope that you guys will lend me your attention for a couple minutes and hopefully learn something from me as I have learned from many of you guys today. Like I said, my name is Yonnis Rodriguez. I am a rising senior in high school, and I hope to talk today about my background, my key experiences that I've experienced in life, and my interests as a person. So first, I should probably talk about where I was born. I am an immigrant. I was born in Cuba. This is a country where taxi drivers make more money than doctors who have studied for multiple years. But it is also the country where I gained my culture. It is the country where I gained my taste in music. It is the country where I gained my taste in food, and more importantly, it is the country that has taught me and given me my motivation today. It is where I learned to persevere, it is where I learned grit, and it is where I learned to always keep moving forward, no matter how depressed and no matter how lost I may feel. As I said, you learn more from other people's experiences than you do from your own, oftentimes, and that is the case for myself as well. I've learned from seeing the life of many people in my home country, and that is what motivates me to keep moving today. It is what motivates me to excel in high school. It is what motivates me to become a junior marshal like somebody in this room. And it is what motivates me to keep moving forward no matter what. Key events that I have experienced in my life. So my mother, when we moved at age 7, she was a single mother. She had to work really hard. She didn't know the language. She didn't have a lot of time for me. I didn't have a lot of time to spend with my family because they were always making ends meet. They were very powerful and determined people, but family moments weren't very common. But every summer, I would go back to my home country to live with my dad's side of the family. Because of this, I learned a lot of things. I learned to appreciate families. I learned what it means, how great it feels to have dinner together. I learned the great feeling of being able to play with your brothers and in a place that isn't very technologically oriented. It taught me to appreciate family. But the most key event that I think helped me develop a greater appreciation for family is one summer day. It was by my aunt. It was the beginning of summer, and I was getting ready to travel to Florida, and she was making a dessert for me. It was my favorite dessert, flan. As she was making it, the caramel that she was making, it fell on her leg. So she was unable to walk for a good 2 years. I always felt guilty because I thought if she hadn't made it for me, she wouldn't have gotten that hurt. But I also learned to appreciate my family even more because despite not being able to walk, despite having to walk in crutches for a good 2 years, she still made an effort. She still spent a significant amount of time for me, and she showed me what it really means to be a family, to support each other no matter what you are going through. And that is one of my core values today. Aside from that, I should probably talk about my interests. Like another person in this room, I love music. I play multiple instruments: flute, piano, trumpet, drums, etc. I lead a couple bands today, and I'm also somebody who loves reading and who loves writing. It's not something I'm considering doing as a full-time job, but it is something I do every day. Every day I write, I schedule. That is part of my lifestyle. and I'm also a very health-oriented person. I learned early on from my families that taking care of your health is very important, and so oftentimes I fixate a lot on what I eat, the ingredients and everything in my food, and I like to learn about that. I like to experiment with different medicines, and it is, for the biggest part of my life, it is what I wanted to do. Now I'm more interested in business and owning my own company, because one of the major things that I value today is freedom, and I think that is the pathway that will offer me the most amount of freedom. But to wrap it all up, all of these things that I mentioned are what make me into the person I am today. It's not everything, but it is the majority of overview of my life. So I hope that all of you today have learned something from this experience, as I've learned from you guys. And yeah, thank you.